The Flash is more than a guy in red pajamas. He's one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Here's your DC All Access guide to the top 10 fastest Flash moments. In our number 10, the Flash has 15 minutes to save his girlfriend from aging backwards into nothingness. Flash defeats a rainbow prism trap, outsmarts a camera obscura illusion, escapes a mirror world, disables Mirror Master's gun, then fixes it again by running to Singapore. Twice. All in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee.
Number 9 on the list has Barry one-upping the Miracle on the Hudson by launching himself onto a crashing jetliner and vibrating it through a bridge nanoseconds before impact. If you're going to be in a crash landing, you want the Scarlet Speedster in the cockpit.
Number 8 starts when an apartment building is hit with a sudden shockwave. Barry saves the local tenants before it collapses, but any old hero can do that. Barry then reads a bunch of architecture books and rebuilds the entire building in moments. Flash even finds a replacement for a little girl's dolly. Aww.
7th on the list sees the Flash hunted by the Black Flash, aka Death. To keep the evil entity away from his friends, the Flash leads the Black Flash on a chase faster and faster around the globe until he cracks the time barrier. Flash sprints hundreds of millions of years into the future until they emerge at the end of time, when death has ceased to even be a concept. That's all she wrote for the Reaper.
Ripped from the pages of JLA is our number 6. Flash faces off against the HyperClan speedster Zoom and proves there's no competition by accelerating past him to deliver a planet-sized knockout punch. And Flash even saves a guy from dropping his vase. Show off.
Things get metaphysical in number 5 when Flash merges with the Speed Force to save the life of his girlfriend. Flash seemingly dies until a red blur reappears. The Flash becomes the first speedster to achieve nirvana with the Speed Force, but turns away, all to be with the woman he loves. All romance.
The Flash and Superman have raced each other for years, but our number 4 proves once and for all who's fastest. Flash and Superman are racing neck and neck over the ocean when Barry reveals that Clark tied with him in their previous races because those were for charity. Then Barry leaves Big Blue in the dust.
3rd on the list is all about achieving potential. Wally West, who took on the mantle of the Flash after Barry Allen, spoiler alert, died saving the universe, has always held himself back, not wanting to overshadow Barry's memory. But when Professor Zoom threatens his family, Wally embraces his power and pours on the speed. Zoom never stood a chance.
Number 2 on our list starts with a magic trick. The Flash vibrates so fast he slips from his Earth into another, where the Flash isn't Barry Allen, but Jay Garrick. This classic story introduces the idea of the multiverse into continuity for the first time and allows for a good old-fashioned team-up 21 years in the making.
The top spot on our list, and your number 1 fan-voted fastest Flash moment, is one of the most memorable scenes in all of comics. As the Anti-Monitor prepares to destroy all universes in Crisis of Infinite Earths, it wasn't Superman's strength or Batman's intelligence that saved the day, it was Barry's willingness to run and keep running, even in the face of Armageddon. Watching Barry run himself to death to save his friends is both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. The DC Universe was never the same again.
Well, that's our list, but we want to hear about your favorite Flash moment, so flame more it out in the comments below.
Be polite to each other. Disagree honorably, if you don't mind. And make sure you watch Barry Allen break the Speed Force barrier every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on the C-Dub.
But before you do that, make sure you subscribe to DC All Access so you don't miss out on any of the other cool stuff going on in the world of DC.